Oh, hello, hello.
Hi. I'm so sorry about the lights. I'm in the
No, it's
bedroom.
fine. It's absolutely perfect. Guys. Hello, everyone. Like I said, we are hanging out with South Africans abroad. But Nokuzola told me you back home, right? That's what you
Yeah,
said.
I'm back home. I'm in
You
South
back
Africa
home
right
now.
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're just gonna tell us about your experience. I didn't get an opportunity to ask you which country you were or you were living. But
Okay.
anyway, just let us know first, like where are you coming or where are you based in South Africa, and which country did you go to, and then how long did you live there?
Okay. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity and say thank you for having me. I love the community. I love people. Firstly, I am from KwaZulu Natal, Ulundi. If
Mm-hmm.
anyone knows, I'm from KwaZulu Natal, Ulundi.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a middle class section, which is D section, but I know the life from village life and whatsoever because KZN. So, got an opportunity from the University of KwaZulu Natal.
Oh
I
wow.
yes, I studied MSc Criminology and Criminal Justice.
Oh wow.
But in the University of KwaZulu Natal, it's called Bachelor of Social Science in Criminology and Forensic Studies. So I got an opportunity from the University of KwaZulu Natal
Mm-hmm.
to study abroad. So they funded me.
Oh wow,
I
that's
yes,
lovely.
I got a funding to go study at any university. So the
Your choice.
the
Wow.
yeah, the scholarship was so stretchy that it allowed me to study anywhere in the world, but I chose the UK. The reason I chose the UK is because there are a lot of immigrants.
Oh
And
wow. I was going to ask you, why did you choose the UK?
yes, I chose the UK because there are a lot of immigrants. And also,
Uh-huh.
I like seeing my color, like black
Oh
people.
wow.
So I
Oh
wanted a space where it would allow me to see people who are coming from a similar or decolonization structure.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so it will be easy for me to reintegrate uh, to them. It's my personal thing. It's something that is personal for me. So
To be
I got
honest,
a
I get you, because
yeah.
also when I decided to
Yeah.
come to the UK, I was like, it's very important for me to go to a country that has a black culture. So that was one of the
Yes.
things that was very important for me. So I get you when you said you wanted, to see people of your color. That's probably
Yes.
also one of the reasons.
So I was in Scotland. Uh
Oh, I've never been. I've been to Wales. I've been to
yeah.
Wales, and now I'm in England. But I would love to go to Scotland. I
It's
would
so
love.
beautiful. It's the most beautiful place ever. I think I don't know. I don't see another place that is more beautiful, especially because I come from KZN. KZN is so
Mm.
beautiful. I think
Yeah.
nature wise, it's so beautiful. Scotland is beyond. But
Wow.
KZN is beyond Scotland because it's so beautiful in KZN. So I wanted something that is very natural and
Mhm.
it has like a very clear atmosphere or clear air. And then I
Wow.
went to specifically I got lucky because I got an invite from the University of Edinburgh.
Oh my word. That is like a prestigious university in Scotland. It
Yep.
is. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
So I
yeah.
was I was studying at the College of Law in the University of Edinburgh.
Oh wow. Wow, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of
Yeah.
you. Okay. Tell me now, when you arrived in Scotland or when you arrived in the United Kingdom, what were some of your biggest like shocks? You were like, oh my word, like,
I think
like, like,
my biggest shock, I think when I got there, I landed in London. It was so cold. I knew it was cold. I knew it
same
was
here,
cold.
same here,
I
same
knew it was
here.
cold. It's so cold in the northern of KwaZulu Natal. I knew it was cold, but London is some different type of coldness. I think that was the most shock. for me, especially for my body. But at least I didn't get sick.
Oh, wow.
Uh, what else? I think also like so many immigrants.
Okay. Is it at the school
That was a
now or
shock
just
for
around?
no, like when I landed, I was like, there's so many immigrants. Like
Or in
I
London?
was shocked. No, even everywhere where like I was visiting was like, oh, there's so many immigrants. It was a
Okay.
shock to me. Also, the food. Oh, the water. How expensive. I think for me, it was a shock from a rand to a pound.
That's
How expensive the water was.
okay.
Forgive me, I was still convicting.
I'm
It
still
was still
convicted. Yeah,
convicting.
like I am still convicted now.
I was still convicting. So it was like, it was crazy for me. Also, how kind other immigrants are to other immigrants.
Oh, this is
Though
beautiful.
when I landed, I didn't have an accommodation because there were so many in Edinburgh. There were so many issues that I had because I was transitioning. I paid for my accommodation, but the issue with my accommodation, I had to get
Yo, bro.
get into my accommodation the next day.
How are you?
Okay.
So with the grace of God, I found a friend of mine, and then I told them the situation I was in. They called one of his brother from Uganda, and they were like based at a church based in Edinburgh. And that guy and his family, I'll always be thankful to them, even
Oh,
today, because they helped me for one night.
was it
Like it was,
was it at the airport? Was it at the
yes,
airport?
from I think also the problem was it was the spring, I don't spring season.
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
was so it was fringe and so many hotels were fully booked.
Oh,
So I think that was the problem. I couldn't get a hotel because of that. So I'll always be grateful to that men for accommodating me for that one night. They were just so kind to me.
wow. Oh,
What
wow.
else? The food. The food. We
Hmm.
have the most delicious food in South Africa. The food,
And the taste.
the food,
And the taste.
the taste of water. I don't know if and other people can actually know that water tastes different.
Mhm. I
Yeah, it
know.
tasted different so much. I was shocked.
I know. And you know, in South Africa, you can't even tell between still water and tap water sometimes.
Exactly.
Can't even
Exactly.
tell.
It
Because
was
our water is
crazy.
so good, like you can't even tell.
So, I think another thing that was very shocking to me was how people don't see you in the street. Like it's a fast paced life,
Okay.
and we are such greeting people in South
Yeah, in
Africa. I
South
think
Africa.
that I was very offended by that
Yes, in South
for the
Africa.
longest time because we greet, like we
Yes.
greet in the shop, we greet. When you integrate with people, you greet. I think for me it was a problem for the longest
Mm.
time, and I felt so offended. I was like, yo.
Mm. Some people, they just look at you like, what do you want to say?
Mm. And
After you greet.
sorry,
Mm-hmm. No, it's fine.
another
You can
thing
say
when another thing when you're walking, they just tap you without even saying sorry. It puzzled me for the longest time. I was like, okay, that's their way of living, though, so it's fine. It was crazy.
Mm. Okay, so are there anything that you thought were standard when you were in South Africa? And then when you came to the United Kingdom, you realized that, oh my word, this is actually a luxury. I know for me, you know, in South Africa, right? When
Mm.
you go to the petrol station, like you, like you've got people, you know, who put fuel. Like when I was in South Africa, I've never even opened a bonnet. Like I've never opened a bonnet.
Sana.
Like I've never opened a bonnet. I just go to the garage and you know that, there's gonna be someone there who's gonna be doing it for you, who's gonna check your oil and all of those things. And when I came to the United
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom, then I realized that this is actually a luxury. This is a luxury. So are there
I
certain things that
think
you're like, oh my word?
let me just, because I was a student,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can finally now say we have the most precious education ever.
Yeah.
Our education is top tier. Like, I am telling you that our education is top tier. Our support system is very high. I paid triple the student amount of their own amount. To tell
Mm,
you, the support that I got there was just zero, zero supports. And to actually compare the research
mm-hmm.
uh, from South Africa and the UK, it may be big on the international stage. It may
Hi,
be
Eric.
actually,
Hi, Eric. Mm.
it may be said that we have the UK have the best systems and the best education, but I think South Africa has one of the most precious scholars, educated scholars, and to be honest, when it comes to research, they're very good in support system and how to navigate students in terms of support system and how and not even knowing that they're actually supporting, but to have a lending hand in the
Yeah.
research space, which is quite good
Mm.
in South Africa, but I didn't get the support. And for the amount that I paid, I'm still complaining.
It was a lot, yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot. I
Okay.
think I paid like 29,000 pound.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Oh
Yep.
my word, that is a lot of money.
It is. It is a lot of money.
How did you navigate, being friends with people from, different countries or different cultural groups? Like, how do you navigate that? Because obviously, if you coming abroad, you're gonna be, you have students from like all walks of life in the UK. So were there any challenges and how did you manage to navigate that?
For me, I think I'm just an easygoing person. For I had a pleasure because there was student from the Mastercard scholarship.
Oh
I did.
wow.
I'm not from the Mastercard. I'm not from the Mastercard scholarship, but there were students in the University of Edinburgh who were Mastercard scholarship students from South Africa, and one of
Oh
them
wow, lovely.
was from Lesotho, which is one of
Oh,
the country
yeah.
in South Africa. So, which was quite nice because that allowed me to integrate with people from Uganda, people from um, Rwanda, people from Nigeria, because there are a lot of Nigerians. Um, and they're very quite nice people, and they're very nice people, the easygoing people, especially because you're in a country, also you're trying to navigate to all sort of things, the immigration process and the change in system now, the bionic card are not working anymore. Now
Oh,
there's a lot of things that were changing at that time, and also just to transition from being in school and to working now, juggling all those things. I think that was a privilege for me, where I
mm-hmm.
could find people from the Mastercard scholarship who were actually in the University of Edinburgh. But also, I found people from America, which I was studying with in the course.
Wow.
Was There were a lot of shock, but the ignorance that I saw in them is that I think most people don't know what South Africans are going through, and they think what is in the media is true, which
Mm-hmm.
is which is just diabolic. For me, I was defending all the time. I
We're
was
gonna get
defending
to
all.
that. We're gonna get to that.
It's so diabolic. So yeah, I think another people. Another people was from Dubai, who were like in Edinburgh. Others were from um, Somalia. There's so many people that I integrated with, and it was lovely to actually see them grow because they was also scared like me because they were immigrants. They were also scared of the system, how it will actually help them navigate through varsity. Also because of the cause itself. It was a different cause, different strategy of how they're actually running the school. So you had to learn all those processes. Yeah.
Okay, so what were some of the things? I know, obviously, when you got your visa, when everything was approved, you were very excited, and maybe your friends and your family, they were very excited for you.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the things that you can, because obviously, when you came here, you were also faced with a lot of challenges that you might not have anticipated.
Mm.
So, what can you advise people, especially South Africans, who who think that living in another country is all, hunky dory, and, so what can you advise people in terms of how they can prepare themselves, if maybe, because I mean, not everything is for everyone at the end of the day. So, what are some of the things that
Sorry.
you wish you knew before you left South Africa to go to your host country?
I think have money. Have money.
So money was the
Oh Lord,
top
have
time challenge. Top
money.
time challenge.
Have money. Have money. Like I do not care. Have money and create a budget. Create a budget around that money. Because for me, I had firstly with my scholarship. I think with my scholarship, the scholarship that I got from the UKZN, the
Yes.
University of KwaZulu Natal. When I got that scholarship, they didn't help me with anything. So everything
Okay.
that I was doing through visa, I was doing it on my own.
On your
I was
own.
literally doing it. Yes, I was literally doing it on my own. With firstly, I've never traveled internationally. I don't know anything. I had to Google the school, even the school position, the position that I got, the conditional of the school. I got it on my own. I had to Google, apply, and see if I can get an unconditional offer. An unconditional offer is an offer that says you are given that position in that school, and then we
Exactly.
have a conditional offer. Yes, because in South Africa we don't have those things.
Yeah,
I
we don't have
was
those things.
I was flabbergasted with those things. I was like, what is an
What do
unconditional
you
offer?
mean?
What do you
What do
mean?
you mean?
And then I saw the conditions that were there. They wanted the conditions that were there, and then I fulfilled those conditions. Also, with my scholarship, I had to do a budget and then submit that budget to the school and say, this is the money that I need for the whole year, and because I stayed there for whole year and 4 months,
Okay.
because then my visa expired and didn't renew it because I was like, no, it's chai, I want to go home.
Okay.
There's certain things that I wanted to go. There's certain things that I wanted to do at home, so I was like, no, I'm going. Also, also, I think I was just homesick. Yeah, I think I was just homesick for because I stayed almost the whole year and the 4 months. I didn't even visit home.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was through all those struggles and whatsoever, and I was like traumatized. My system wasn't regular, so I was like, no, let me just go home. So I think one thing people should do is to budget. Make sure you have a lot of money to be able to have fun and also be able to leave. Also, in the UK and other parts of the world, they need you to have money.
So
If
true.
you are
Because
able to have money,
everything is
yes,
expensive here.
have money for the insurance, have money to go to the clinic and be able to because they're not clinic. I don't think they're clinic in the UK. They are clinic, but I feel like they're for the people for the UK. But for you as an immigrant, you have to go to the pharmacy, have money to yes, to have those type of medication you can get. Also make sure as a immigrant you go to your use your service in your country when you're going abroad. Use those services. Make sure you go to the Ghana if you're a female. Make sure you check everything about you. If you have high blood pressure, whatsoever, have medication.
Oh, yeah, so
Like when
true.
you go, so that you don't have a problem, because I find their system of the NHS system is so tricky, and also it doesn't allow you, even if you are accessing it, because you can't go there without insurance. At the end of the
So
day, you can't go there without insurance. You have to have money to pay for insurance. I was so shocked at the amount of the insurance. I thought it
that
was the
is
visa
great.
only.
Mm.
And then the insurance. I didn't think of it. And then it was double the visa.
Mm.
I was like,
And
it was
sometimes
crazy.
when you want to see the doctor, you have to speak with the receptionist.
Tell
The
me
receptionist is
about
going
it.
to want to diagnose you and ask you, like, we're not used to that in South Africa.
Tell me about it.
We're not
I was
used to that.
tired. There was a time I had an issue with my periods, because I was on the period pill in South Africa, and then my period abroad. When I went abroad, I left those pills. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to use those pills. I didn't have my period for like 3 months. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Because when I test, there's nothing that is there's no line. I'm not pregnant. What's the issue now? I think I waited almost 6 months for me to get another appointment to speak to the
Oh
doctor
my
directly.
word.
I was like, you know what? I'm not going to live this life while I can access while I can access a doctor at any time in South Africa.
At any time in South Africa,
Anytime.
speak with the doctor just for advice. Just for
For
advice, you go.
advice, like professional people. And that's another privilege we have.
That's another
I think that
privilege.
it's a big. I think also with NHS, I think they don't take serious their health. They don't take their health seriously, because that is a very critical thing,
So
especially
true.
with the number of people. Oh, another shock was how sick people are there. Like there's so
Oh,
many people that are sick.
oh, I get you.
There's no health at all.
So
No
true.
health. I was like, yo, I need the sun.
I
I
know.
was like, I need the sun.
I
That was a
know.
shock for me.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be quite shocking. Okay, so what have you learned now about being an immigrant? In spite of what is currently going on, I mean, our country, we've got, challenges of immigration and all these things. So what do you think is
Yeah.
important? What do you think is important for people to understand when they are an immigrant in someone else's country?
I think
Having
it's
been an immigrant yourself, and also having
mm,
hosted people, because as South Africans, we host a lot of immigrants. Do you understand?
mm,
So you have been an immigrant, but you have also hosted,
mm,
because like with me, being in the United Kingdom, there are a lot of like tensions and pressure about
yes.
immigration, right? So for me as a
Mm,
South African, it's a tricky situation, because you understand
mm,
what people are going through, because it's the same thing that's
yes.
happening in your own country. Do you understand? So you
Mm,
understand
mm,
the discomfort that people are going through, but at the same
mm,
time, you are also an immigrant. You are causing this
yes.
discomfort. Do you understand?
But
So yes, you are also contributing to the discomfort, but at the same
but
time. So what do you think it's important for immigrants to understand when they are in a host country?
I think for immigrants, just respect. Even when you are just on the internet, the level of disrespect immigrants have.
Exactly. So
Respect. I cannot emphasize this enough. Respect the laws of that country. Respect yourself. Like just respect yourself to a point that you know that this is not home. This is not
Exactly.
home, and I am here because I bring something to the table,
Mm,
and me bringing something to the table, I shouldn't be feel entitled, and
exactly.
I feel I shouldn't feel a discomfort, but I should
Mm,
empathize with these people
exactly.
because
Because these people have
I
allowed you into their community.
and if
They've
they
allowed
complain,
you.
it's fine. If they
Mm,
complain, it's fine. It's different with the UK because the UK have the better system because you can't go there. You can't go there and without money or you don't know where to stay. You don't know where to you will stay. You don't know where what you will eat. You don't have insurance, so it's quite different. But I think on the internet, just have immigrants have disrespect.
mm, mm,
And I think respecting the laws of that country comes with being not being entitled, but also demanding it, because in the UK you have to demand because at the end of the day you pay. If you
mm,
abide by the law, yes, if you pay and you respect the laws of that country and
mm,
integrate well with the people and live in harmony with those people, it becomes
mm.
easier.
So
It
true.
becomes easier for you as an immigrant. Also, you don't harm them you don't harm them a lot of words that are spoken by immigrants are such an harmful impact to the native.
Mm,
I think also knowing the laws of that country and knowing your rights as an immigrant and not
mm,
using the laws of that country so that you can keep on staying on that country is just it's such a big concept because we are struggling in South Africa right now, and because the law itself doesn't
mm,
protect us, it's a problem.
it is a problem. And also get yourself documented. Get yourself
Yes.
documented when you go to another country.
Also,
Get
like
yourself
even when
documented.
you are there in that country, when you wanna extend your visa, make sure you extend your visa. Make sure you get a job and pay tax of that
Mm,
country, pay taxes because you are there and you're working. Pay those taxes.
mm. Don't do dodgy businesses.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep. Yep. Don't be in trouble with the police. Don't be in trouble
mm,
with the native of that country. If you are drunk, drink well and then go home.
mm. Okay. Uh, now that you are home, and I was going to ask if you are planning to go back home, but now that you are home, or like what
No.
were some of the reasons that made you to go back home? Are you planning to go abroad again, or you just, back in South Africa
If an
forever?
opportunity comes, I can go abroad, but I can visit. Just to
Okay.
visit.
Mm,
Not to stay there.
not
I
to
think
stay there.
I come from a very community integrated community part of the country. KZN is very communal, so
Yeah.
I think I couldn't live as an individual.
Yeah, just South
I
Africa as a
couldn't
whole. Just
as
South
a
Africa.
whole. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah. I know here is so individualistic. People are
think
just
yeah,
mind their own
needing
business.
their own. It was weird for me. It was
Mm,
weird.
was
It
it?
was so weird. Yeah, it was. I was like, oh my god, I don't know
Hmm,
this.
you don't know
So
this.
it was so weird for me because I felt isolated and I felt a lot of discomforts around that because I think community is one of the best concepts or structure that was created because you learn who you are, what is your
So
role in that place, and you get comfort
so
and
true.
support, and yes, you get to know who you are also
Yes, so true.
without the concept of knowing an
Yes,
individual. Yes,
so true. And that is very important. That is
yes.
very important.
Especially because you live among human beings, except if you
Yeah,
were living with animals. But if you
so
live
true.
among human beings,
So true. Tell me, last question now. What do you think, as South Africans, we should do, to try and deal with the challenges that we have, especially around the issue of immigration and immigrants? I see in your profile you do talk about those things. So, what do you think that we should do as a community? Or what are some of the things that we lack in terms of supporting each other? So just talk on that. What do you think is the solution?
I think briefly we must make sure that we held the government
Accountable.
accountable, because I think most of the African countries are lacking on that. Because
Okay.
those people have voted. We are a sovereign country and
Mm-hmm.
we have won democracy for over 33 years. And we are living in a dummy democracy because the system is corrupt and the system is collapsing on its own. And we don't have a precedent, literally. We don't have a precedent, and we must mobilize ourselves
So
in terms of
that's very
in
important.
terms of paper, and in terms of how to change the constitution, because right now we are seeing NGOs and we are seeing the other, like, what is this the name of it, the human rights,
Yes, yes,
we are
yes.
seeing those organizations, on how they're literally suppressing South Africans and using the laws itself. Yes, and also the judges, they are
Mm,
not. It's also the judges in courts. They're actually you. They are the one now that are interpreting the constitution, of which it's not their right to interpret the constitution on how to favor South African.
so true.
I think there is a girl here called Prince Mtombeni. There's a woman actually,
Oh wow,
or
I
Prince
love her.
Mtombeni.
I love her. I love her.
Yes, Prince Mtombeni has opened up funding where you donate. I think
Oh wow.
where you donate, as you can donate as a South African living abroad, where you can donate to actually take the government to court. Same technique which is AfriForum is doing every time. They take the government to court when the
God.
government is not protecting them and their rights. Because if we don't mobilize as Black people, we'll continuously have an issue, because we have a president that does not care
We
about
have a
us.
president that
Like,
doesn't care about
that does
us.
not care. And it does not care. And we have to be very selfish as Black people, especially because we're a majority. As Indigenous people, we have to be very selfish. We have the most highest employment in the
Hmm.
world.
Can you
And it has,
imagine?
like, can you imagine how unbearing that is?
And on top
And
of
people
that, you
must,
still want to host other people. You want to provide
yes.
employment for other people, but your own
And
people are
you,
not working.
even the hospital were frustrated until the March and March had to say, you know what, when you come to the hospital, we must bring your resident permits, because who are you to access those resources um, without the regular papers?
And to even demand.
Yes, to even disrespect. I think the most irritating thing about people who come to South Africa as foreigners, they're very disrespectful towards South
Disrespectful.
Africa. Disrespectful in the internet, disrespectful everywhere. Like, we are not that. But also the breaking point that we're in as South African, it didn't grow up overnight. It didn't take overnight, and we're not xenophobic. You know what proves that? It's the Ghanaian president. It's the Ghanaian government. They took their own people today because they know they do not have papers. Only 10 people had papers, legitimate papers. Over 300 people who are
Can you
illegally in the
imagine?
country.
Can you imagine? And I think there should also be repercussions for the people who are insulting South Africans and insulting
Mm,
our government,
exactly,
those who are
exactly,
residing within South Africa, because you
exactly.
cannot insult your host country. There should be
Mm,
consequences for that. I think really we really need to stand up for these things because even with me, the disrespect was one of the things that I was like,
It
you
was
know what?
beyond. It's beyond. You know what's
This is
crazy
just
about
beyond
this? You know what's crazy about this? It's
what's
that
great.
we would never do that to them.
We will never do that in their own
We would
countries. We would
never.
never. We would never. There was a video now that was circulating about is it Somalian lady.
Yes, she was very disrespectful towards us.
And the worst part, a South African would never do that in Somali.
Would never. We would
Would
never do that.
never do that in Somali.
It's I don't know, maybe we are literally living with them. Well, the most painful part, we've lived with these people for
Mm,
decades. Some of them are here 15 years, 20 years.
so
We've lived with
true.
these people in harmony, and you know
In
what they do?
harmony.
Yes, they are collapsing the township economy, which is the economy that has been literally uplifting the South
The
Africans, the Black
community,
South
the
Africans,
black
yes,
communities.
especially the lower class. Especially, one thing I don't understand with them is that they come from countries that do not care about them. And it's
Exactly.
so painful because we are the one that are sympathize with them, but they don't sympathize with us.
No,
And
they
you know
don't.
what's crazy? It's how they literally sell drugs to our kids, to our sisters, to our brothers, but I will
Can
never do
you
that in
imagine?
their own country.
Can you imagine? They are literally destroying our country.
And you know what? Their own country didn't became like this overnight. It was a
Mm,
process, and if they didn't, they deliberately did this to them. And
mm,
we are literally saying they must just go home and fix their own country. We're not fighting with them. We're not doing anything. And we want to change the constitution. We want to reform it in a better way that it actually serves us as South Africans. It serves because at the end of the day, I'm a Gen Z, and as
mm,
time goes by, we are going to inherit uh, so much pain, so
mm,
much pain.
mm,
And I think it's time to just select good leadership. And also, I don't believe that politics will change South Africa right now, but at the end of the day, we must change things on paper. I think now that's attack. Change things through paper. We are most educated, most brilliant generation we have, and
mm,
we really, really need to change this. And if we don't mobilize,
mm. So
that's how they grab the land. They still have the land.
that's the
It's
only
because they
way.
didn't. Yes, they mobilize on their own. And if you don't mobilize right now, it's going to be a problem. Also just
Mm,
donating, and making sure that we take the government to
mm,
court. Be accountable for your country because everywhere, everyone is being accountable. I saw that we're the only one that abide by
mm,
the law. We are the only one. The Mandlanga Commission showed us clearly we are the only one that abide
mm,
by the law. Also, the level of crime that is happening in this
mm.
country, it
Too
is
much.
so bad because it's so bad. It's so bad
Mm,
because people are dying, kids are being trafficked, and we're not saying it's illegal immigrants that are doing this, but it's
mm.
also the influence of them allowing to be abused by
So,
other people in the country, allowing to be abused, to get peanuts of money, like
mm,
to not get enough money for you to actually like decent jobs, dignified jobs.
mm. So
So
true.
it's
Lubabalu
very
said
painful.
ATM will change everything. What is ATM? Is it a political
It's
party?
Yeah, it's a political party by Vuyo, and it's a very good party, and I think I like their memorandum, and
Okay.
yes, I like especially for the Eastern Cape. The Eastern Cape need
Especially for
that
the
guy. Eastern Cape needs so much respect, and it needs to be reformed.
mm,
As a province, it needs to be reformed, and I think Vuyo is the very best candidate for that,
mm,
especially because he knows how to be accountable, and he's been making the president be accountable, and he's been proceeding with the Pala matter. Now we have a committee that is sitting in making the president accountable because Vuyo was like I'm going for this. I think the Eastern Cape should take that guy. That guy is very brilliant and he's very accountable, which is good.
I'll check him out. I didn't know that. And
It's the African transformation. I don't know the M what stand for, but it's very good.
what about Action SA? I was thinking about Action
I think Action
SA.
SA is good, but not that much. I think also Action SA is the same with DA, but Action SA is serving the black people. We don't need a party that will. Yes, it's the same with. It's the same with the DA. The DA is serving the white monopoly. Yeah, it's okay. I was thinking of voting for it, but I'm like, when I read the memorandum and was like,
No, Babelo, I'm trying to invite you, but I don't know why you're not coming in. Okay, so at least, guys, we really need to stand
but
up for our country.
But to be honest, I really, really, really applaud Jacinka for whatever stand she has been on. She's been on the ground. She's been doing her thing, and I really, really applaud those who donate, and also just please follow Entle. Entle kanjogaba. Entle also like promotes this discussion. Entle.
Yeah.
Let me see, what's Wagaban? Entle Njomani. She also promotes this conversation. Entle Njomani. Also, she's the one who actually formed in Akunjan the campaign, which is donating to take the government to court. If anything happened to the March and March people, and because they've been not responding even to the South African constitutional reform, which is Uprince Mtombeni. They've been not responding to her demands and how South African feels and how South African wanted to have a change in the constitution. They've been not literally, they've been not responding. I think I'm just gonna send you the link where South African can donate. I don't know if
No problem.
if you can see, the link where you can donate. Right now, South African have raised about 70%, which is 174,000.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Which is, I don't know if you can see, it's the campaign.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yes, to take the government to court, because clearly we are a banana republic.
We are a banana republic now.
Yeah, we've been fooled.
I am telling you, we are the capital city of Africa. We are the capital city of Africa. But anyway, Nozuko, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I think this was a very informative session. Yes, thank you so much for joining, darling. I will invite you if maybe more, because I thought this was going to be a panel, but someone is supposed to join, she didn't.
Oh, yeah. No worries.
Yes, but should we have any topics that we want to discuss about South Africa, definitely I will invite you and I will let you know. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Bye.